China reports 73 people died on Wednesday, the highest since the outbreak began late last year. The death toll from the coronavirus outbreak in mainland China rose to 563 on Wednesday, recording another record daily increase in fatalities, as the government rushed to build new hospitals and other countries moved to evacuate citizens and warned against all travel to China. A total of 73 people died from the virus over the 24 hours to midnight, China's National Health Commission said on Thursday. Most of the deaths were in Hubei, the province surrounding Wuhan, but there were 3 deaths elsewhere, in Tianjin and Heilongjiang in the northeast and Guizhou in the southwest. The virus has killed 2 people outside mainland China, one in Hong Kong and another in the Philippines. At least 25 countries have confirmed cases. The Director General of the World Health Organization (WHO), Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, asked for $675 million to help countries address the expected spread of the virus. He acknowledged that the sum was a lot, but told a news briefing that it's much less than the bill we will face if we do not invest in preparedness now. Tedros said that in the last 24 hours, the UN Health Agency has seen the biggest jump in cases since the start of the epidemic. According to the latest figures early on Thursday, the number of confirmed cases in China jumped by 3,694 to 28,018. Here are the latest updates. Thursday, February 6, China may delay annual meeting of parliament due to virus outbreak. Reuters: China is considering delaying the annual meeting of its top legislative body, 5 people familiar with the matter told Reuters, as it grapples with the coronavirus epidemic. The National People's Congress (NPC), made up of about 3,000 delegates, typically gathers for a session lasting at least 10 days in Beijing, beginning on March 5, to pass legislation and unveil key economic targets for the year. A postponement would be the first since China adopted the current March schedule in 1995. The focus remains on taking steps forward towards meeting on schedule, but we are discussing a range of options as the virus situation doesn't look likely to be contained by March, a senior government official told Reuters, declining to be identified given the sensitivity of the matter. A delay is one of those options, the official said. It should come as no surprise given that we are in a very difficult time. China's State Council Information Office and the NPC Media Center did not immediately respond to faxed requests for comment. Emergency lab opens in Wuhan to test 10,000 samples a day. A 2,000 square meter emergency test laboratory has opened in Wuhan to accelerate the testing of samples and allow cases of suspected infection to be eliminated or confirmed more quickly. The Huoyan or Fire Eye laboratory is operated by BGI and designed to handle 10,000 samples a day, the company said in a statement. The lab was established by BGI with a number of partners including the Wuhan municipal government. WHO investigates Singapore conference linked to virus spread. The WHO has begun investigating a meeting in Singapore of more than 100 international staff from a multinational company after 3 employees contracted the coronavirus. Malaysia and South Korea have confirmed 3 cases of the virus related to the mid-January meeting held at the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Singapore said late on Wednesday 4 other attendees were showing symptoms. Authorities have not revealed the name of the company that held the meeting or said what business it is involved in. WHO is coordinating with relevant ministries of health in relation to it, Olivia Law Davies, a spokeswoman for the WHO, said in response to questions from Reuters. As countries are stepping up surveillance, the detection of more cases of local transmission can be expected. Taiwan bans all international cruise ships. The government of Taiwan said it was banning all international cruise ships from docking on the island effective from Thursday. It earlier turned away the World Dream liner that is now docked in Hong Kong. 3 passengers on board have shown symptoms of coronavirus. Korean air flight diverted to Los Angeles for virus screening. A Korean air flight headed to Las Vegas from the South Korean capital was diverted to Los Angeles on Wednesday over concerns that some of the passengers might have been exposed to a new virus, the airline said. The flight was diverted after it was determined that the 3 passengers had been in China within 14 days of their departure from Incheon International Airport in Seoul. The 3 passengers, all U.S. passport holders, were allowed back on the flight after showing no symptoms during a screening at Los Angeles International Airport, the airline said in statement. Officials didn't say if the 3 had been to Wuhan. China's Nanchang city to limit access to villages, compounds to prevent virus spread. The Chinese city of Nanchang, the capital of Jiangxi province, which neighbors Hubei, will strictly monitor the entry and exit of residents from villages and residential compounds as it steps up its efforts to control the spread of the coronavirus. The city, which has a population of 5 million people, said on its official Weibo social media account that each family should assign one member to go out once every 2 days, and that people running fevers must go to a medical facility. Jiangxi province is separated from Hubei by the Yangtze River. 10 more on cruise ship in Japan test positive for coronavirus. NHK 10 more people on a cruise ship in the port of Yokohama, south of Tokyo, have tested positive for the coronavirus, NHK said on Thursday, citing the health ministry. About 3,700 people are facing at least 2 weeks quarantined on the cruise ship. Al Jazeera's Fadi Salame, who is in Yokohama, said the authorities would be delivering 7,000 masks to the ship. Experts are worried the virus could spread in such a congested and enclosed space, he said. They have also advised passengers not to leave their rooms. The ship was caught up in the outbreak after an 80-year-old Hong Kong man tested positive for the virus after disembarking from the ship late last month. 10 people were diagnosed with the virus on Wednesday. Hundreds of U.S. evacuees from Wuhan placed under quarantine at military bases. Another 350 Americans airlifted from Wuhan were placed under quarantine at 2 military bases in California on Wednesday, as the number of confirmed U.S. cases of the disease rose to 12. The people on board 2 State Department chartered cargo jets were met by officers from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) for immediate screening, and are to remain under mandatory quarantine for 14 days, the incubation period of the virus. The 2 planes arrived at Travis Air Force Base in Northern California, where 178 passengers from one plane disembarked to begin 2 weeks of quarantine subject to round-the-clock health screening. None of the group showed signs of disease, except for a small child who developed a fever during the flight and was taken to a nearby hospital with its mother for further testing and medical treatment in isolation, officials said. The other evacuees at Travis will be housed in a hotel on base. After refueling, the second evacuation plane flew on to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar, near San Diego, where about 170 passengers were placed under quarantine at 2 housing sites there. The U.S. has now evacuated nearly 400 people from Wuhan. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and please click on the bell so you'll be updated on my next video. Thank you. WeCare for you PH. Your health comes first.